In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to explain every single type of salt that exists, from the one sitting in your kitchen right now to the ones you've never seen but the world's best chefs use every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which salt to use, when to use it, and why most people have been using the wrong salt their entire lives. You don't need to look anywhere else. Everything is right here. Salt is the only mineral humans eat directly. That alone makes it different from every other ingredient in your kitchen. But the problem is this: you walk into a grocery store and there are 10 different options on the shelf, and nobody explains what the actual difference is between them. Is pink salt really better for your health? Is sea salt the same as table salt? When do you use Kosher salt, and when do you use fine? These questions seem small, but they completely change the flavor of your food. A professional cook knows that salt is not just salt. It's a tool, and like any tool, you need to know which one to use depending on what you're doing. Today, you're going to learn exactly that. Table salt. We start with the one everyone knows. Table salt is the most common salt in the world. You'll find it in any kitchen, any restaurant, any country. It's extracted from underground salt deposits, ground into a very fine powder, and then iodine is added. That iodine matters. In many countries, it's added by law because it prevents thyroid diseases that affected millions of people for centuries. The surprising fact is that table salt is up to 99% pure sodium chloride. That makes it the most chemical of all salts, but also the most consistent. Its ultrafine grain dissolves evenly in batters and doughs, which makes it perfect for baking. The problem is that if you use it to finish a dish, it adds no texture and no nuance. It's the most useful salt and also the most boring one. Who it's perfect for: anyone baking bread, cookies, or any recipe where the salt needs to disappear into the mix. Sea salt. The next one is the most misunderstood. Sea salt comes from the ocean. The water evaporates and the crystals remain. Simple. But what makes it different isn't where it comes from, it's what it brings with it. Minerals: magnesium, calcium, potassium. Not in amounts that will change your health, let's be honest, but enough to give it a slightly more complex flavor than table salt. Sea salt can be fine or coarse, and that changes everything. Fine sea salt works the same as table salt. Coarse sea salt is perfect for adding on top of meats, fish, or vegetables right before serving. The surprising detail: not all sea salt tastes the same. A Mediterranean sea salt tastes different from an Atlantic one. Origin matters. Who it's perfect for: everyday cooking when you want something with more character than table salt without overcomplicating things. Kosher salt. Now comes one that a lot of people have seen but few actually understand. Kosher salt isn't strictly a religious salt. The name comes from its use in the koshering process. It's used to draw blood out of meat in Jewish tradition. But what makes it special for cooking has nothing to do with that. Its crystals are large, irregular, and they cling to surfaces extremely well. That means when you press it onto a piece of meat, it stays there. It doesn't slide off. It doesn't dissolve all at once. It penetrates gradually. American chefs use it more than any other salt precisely for that reason. It's easy to grab with your fingers, easy to control, easy to distribute evenly. The fact that most people don't know: different brands of kosher salt have different crystal sizes, which means 1 teaspoon of one brand can equal 2 teaspoons of another. Who it's perfect for: seasoning raw meats, whole chicken, or any protein before cooking. Himalayan pink salt. This is the most famous salt of the last 10 years. Himalayan pink salt is mined in Pakistan, primarily from the Kura mine, which is over 500 million years old. That pink color comes from iron. Not from magic, not from special energy iron. Now, is it healthier than table salt? Science says not in any meaningful way. The extra minerals are present in such small amounts they change nothing for your body. What does change is the experience. Visually, it's beautiful. In Kosher crystal form, it has a texture that crunches slightly, and its flavor is mild, less aggressive than table salt. The surprising fact: 95% of all Himalayan pink salt sold in the world comes from the same mine. All of it. Who it's perfect for: presentations, cheese boards, finishing dishes where color matters as much as flavor. But the next one surprises everyone the first time they try it. Fleur de Sel. Fleur de Sel means flower of salt in French. It's harvested by hand, with a special rake, from the surface of the water in salt flats in France, mainly in the Guyane region. It can only be harvested on sunny days with a light breeze. If it rains, it's gone. That makes it the most expensive, widely available salt in the world. Its crystals are thin, irregular, almost like slightly moist flakes. And it has something no other salt has: a flavor that some describe as oceanic, with an almost mineral note that lingers on the palate. A pinch on top of dark chocolate or an egg yolk completely changes the experience. The fact most people miss: Fleur de Sel naturally retains a small amount of moisture. That's why it feels different to the touch. Who it's perfect for: finishing desserts, eggs, salads, or any dish where you want the salt to be the final star. Hawaiian black salt, Hiwa. This is the most underrated salt on the entire list. Hawaiian black salt is blended with activated charcoal of volcanic origin. That charcoal gives it an intense black color and a slightly earthy, almost smoky flavor that no other salt has. Visually, it's striking. A black crystal on top of an egg or a ceviche turns an ordinary dish into something that looks like it came from a high-end restaurant. Its use is growing in avant-garde cooking because it adds a visual element that almost no other ingredient delivers so effortlessly. The surprising fact: the activated charcoal it contains is the same compound used in medicine to treat poisoning. Not in useful amounts for that, but it's the same compound. Who it's perfect for: dramatic presentations, dark dishes, or any moment when you want immediate visual impact. The next one is something most people have never heard of but should absolutely have in their kitchen. Smoked salt. Smoked salt is sea salt that's smoked for hours, sometimes days, over different types of wood: oak, cherry, apple, alder. Each wood gives a different flavor profile. Oak is more intense. Cherry is softer and slightly sweet. What makes this salt remarkable is that it lets you add smoky flavor to any dish without a grill, without fire, without anything. A pinch in a stew, in a tomato sauce, or on top of an avocado, and you instantly get that barbecue profile that normally takes hours of cooking. The fact most people don't know: many commercial sauces marketed as smoky use artificial smoke flavoring. Real smoked salt uses real smoke. Who it's perfect for: apartment cooks who want grill flavor without a grill. Flake salt, Maldon. And we reach the last one before the ranking. Maldon salt comes from Essex, England, and has been produced since 1882. Its crystals have a unique shape: hollow, flat, irregular pyramids. That shape isn't decorative, it's functional. When you bite into a Maldon crystal, it dissolves differently from any other salt. It doesn't burst all at once. It opens. It releases flavor in layers. It's the world's most chef-favored finishing salt because it delivers texture, flavor, and a soft crunch that nothing else replicates. A pinch of Maldon on roasted potatoes, a steak, or a butter cookie is literally what makes that dish taste different. The surprising fact: Maldon crystals form naturally during evaporation. They're not pressed or cut. They grow that way. Who it's perfect for: finishing absolutely any savory or sweet dish where you want the salt to be noticed. All right, now the ranking nobody gives you. I'm not going to rank these from best to worst because that doesn't exist. I'm going to tell you which ones are the most underused from least to most. Last place for underused goes to table salt. Everyone uses it, but almost nobody knows when not to use it. Use it for baking, only for that. Just above it, sea salt. It's the most versatile salt but the most overlooked outside Mediterranean cooking. If you cook with it daily, you're already ahead of most people. Himalayan pink salt sits right above sea salt, and not because it's better. Because it's the most famous salt in the world, but also the most misunderstood. In the middle of the ranking, kosher salt. Chefs love it, but almost nobody has it at home. If you buy one new salt this week, make it this one. Now we enter genuinely underused territory. Smoked salt should be in every kitchen. It's the easiest trick to improve the flavor of a dish in 2 seconds. Almost nobody uses it. Hawaiian black salt is rising fast, but it's still a hidden gem. In 2 years, it'll be everywhere. Maldon, honestly, is no longer a secret, but it remains the most accessible and most chef-used finishing salt. If you have it, always use it at the end, never during cooking. And in first place for most underused, Fleur de Sel. People buy it, admire it, and then don't use it because it feels too expensive to waste. That's the mistake. Fleur de Sel is not for cooking, it's for finishing. And one pinch is enough. One jar lasts you months. It's the cheapest investment you can make to immediately make your food taste different. That's everything. 8 types of salt, 8 different tools. Table salt for baking, kosher for raw proteins, Maldon and Fleur de Sel for finishing, smoked salt for instant flavor, and Hawaiian black for when you want your dish to stop a conversation. Salt isn't an ingredient, it's a decision. And now you have everything you need to make it the right one. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these salts did you already have in your kitchen? And which one surprised you the most? Tell me in the comments. And if there's a type of salt I missed, drop it down there too. I want to know what people are actually using. If this video was useful, a like helps more people find it. And if you want to keep learning about the things you use every day without really knowing what they are, subscribe. Because that's exactly what we do here. See you in the next one.